What's up, everybody? I'm Dave Maloney, golf fitness professional, movement and mobility specialist here at Movement Mobilizations in Cherry Hill, New Jersey. Today we're going to talk about a good quality golf warm-up that's quick and effective with no equipment. So one big thing before we get started is making sure when you do warm up, I see this all the time, is that try and take out and stop doing the static stretching or any type of stretching or mobilizing for that matter. As much as I love to stretch or mobilize and create greater mobility, before our round or before our practice is not the time to try and loosen up. Save that for in the gym or at home when you're trying to take care of your body. But when you're out on the course or at the range or at whatever facility you're practicing at, let's not do the static stretching. Instead, our goal should be when we show up is to simply get hot and sweaty and get warm. If we can get warm, we're going to allow the tissues to naturally lubricate, fill with blood, and allow the natural extensibility properties to occur just by getting hot and sweaty. You shouldn't have to worry about loosening up or trying to stretch. We're just going to get everything turned on so you can just go out and play. So we're going to try and keep this to about 5 minutes for people who may just want something quick and effective. You show up, 20 minutes before your round, warm up, hit a bucket of balls, hit some putts, and go. So all you need is your clubs. So you grab a 5-iron or a mid-iron, and we're going to keep it to about 5 repetitions of everything. Feel free, it would be even more effective if you went to 7 or 10 or 12 reps if it's a little bit harder for your tissues to turn on. Depends on how well your body is aligned and how much you've been training to get these tissues to fire on and how well your functional movement really is. But if you do this correctly, whether you're functional, not functional, misaligned, it's going to set you up for the best success possible when you go out and practice and play. So let's get into it. So what we're trying to do first, if you're a right-handed golfer like I am, we're going to start on your right leg. If you're a left-handed golfer, start on your left leg. We're going to get the whole right side fired up first. So we're going to try and keep this within 5 minutes. So we're going to do 5 reps of everything. It might just take me a little bit longer because I'm going to explain everything. Once you get this down, you can run through this every time before you practice or play. Again, what are we trying to do? Just get hot, warmed up, and potentially a little bit sweaty. So we're going to start on our club next to our right leg. This is going to be a little bit of a helper. Don't feel like you need to lean on it largely unless you lose your balance. And we're going to screw our feet into the ground as if our toes are talons, and we're going to push them into the ground and rotate. And then we're going to stand on our right leg, and we're simply going to swing our left leg front to back. 2, 3, keeping your pelvis neutral. 4, 5, good. And then try and keep this leg up, or the left leg still up in the air. Then we're going to rotate the hip, internal, external rotation. So the same thing that's happening in your golf swing, just going to isolate on one side. So this right hip is going to turn to its right, and then it's going to turn to its left. It's going to turn to its right, and turn to its left. Good, there's 2. And I want you to try and keep your torso straight ahead. Trying to disassociate upper and lower body. One of the big keys to effective sequence in the golf swing, just lower body goes, good. Trying to keep your balance still. Then we're going to do a single leg deadlift. So you're going to try and take this right hip, hinge straight back, lower down, tap the ground, and drive. So I want you to try and keep a straight line from head to toe. Lower down, drive. Really feeling it in this right glute. Load, drive. 2 more. Load, drive. Last one. Load, drive. Good. From there, we're going to go into a lateral lunge. So we'll put your iron out to the side. We're going to step right behind that, and I want you to load your hip back, and then drive, push hard to get back up. Again, trying to load your hip, toe, heel, butt back, drive. Trying to keep your pelvis neutral, core is pretty engaged. Push down as hard as you can to get up. Whoa. 2 more. 4, last one. 5. Good. From there, we're going to give the hip, actually we got one more, my mistake. Then we'll hit a reverse lunge in a linear motion. So you're going to step your left leg back, right knee's going to work out, and then drive. I'll show you from this angle. Make sure your left knee, the back leg, gets behind, knee behind the hip, and then drive. Trying to keep this shin pretty vertical, chest over, and push down. Always getting you to use the ground. Ground force, another very important thing in the golf swing. We want to be able to load by utilizing the ground and pushing into the ground. Next one, we're going to take a break with the legs. And now we're going to get your neck a little bit loosened up. So I want you to do 5 rotations towards your right shoulder. So we're going to turn full circle, nice and slow. 1. Get down any kinks, stiffness around the neck. And 5, good. And now, a little bit different on this one, I'm going to have you rotate to your left side. So neck is going to rotate to the left. And there's a big misconception the head doesn't move in the golf swing. Somewhat can be true, but the tissues below are going to be loading. So if you take this position here, a good example is that's the same as this position here. So the tissues around the neck and torso are definitely loading. So we're going to turn to the left for 5. Nothing else moves but your neck. Good. Now we're going to tie the leg and the balance back into it. We want really good awareness of where our weight pressure is in our foot. So we're going to try and keep our foot balanced right in the middle, toe and heel, 50% right in the middle, toes grabbing. And then we're going to bring the left leg up. You grab onto your club. Forearms are going to be vertical. And then from there, you're going to press straight up, let everything lengthen out, and then pull down behind your head. And back up, pull down, drive up. Pull down, drive up. Big key is you're trying to keep your ribs down. You're trying to really get these shoulders to externally rotate. Just like when we're on the top of the club, we want to set that club in a good position when we're coming on the way down. So we're going to try 3 more here. Grabbing your balance, press up, core stays engaged, ribs flat, pull down, back up. And I want you to feel like you're trying to pull the club in the half and break it in half. Create some tension in your shoulder joint, pulling in half, breaking, up, and down. Good. Following that one, we're going to stick, if you can keep your balance, you should feel this right glute burning pretty hard, or your foot by now. That's good. We get those muscles turning on, connecting the body to the brain to feel what tissues we want to turn on. From there, we're going to bring left leg up, club in front, then you're going to rotate around axis. Again, disassociation, lower body doesn't move, and we're just going to feel that your right shoulder is clearing out of the way. Clear, back to center, clear, back to center, clear, back to center. Good. And then we're going to get into a split stance. Let's tie both of the lower body and upper body in now. So we're going to try and get that a little bit more on plane. I'm going to load the hip on the right side. I want you to go underhand grip with your right, overhand with your left. Hips nice and straight, right hip's loaded. And then we're going to just rotate a little bit more on plane. Head stays still. Left shoulder rotates under your chin. Again, trying to feel that you're pulling around the body with that right arm, with that right shoulder. Good. And then we're going to add a chop, trying to get our pulling and pushing motion. So anytime of rotation, there is a pull and then a push. So we're going to get the core and the rest of the shoulders involved to help out there. So we're going to rotate up, pull down, and chop. And again, we're going to rotate up, pull down, chop. Trying to stay stable with that lower body. Your hip is going to load and rotate right a bit, but we don't want to lose our balance. Good. Now that we have everything fired up on the right side, now all I want you to do is just practice and warm up your backswing. So we should now have this whole hip loaded. This hip should be on fire. Back of the shoulders all active. The rotators and the core are active. So all you're going to do is set up and take it to the top of your backswing. Move back to center, 5 of these. Just trying to get full turn. Feel that right hip really turn on, core's rotating, spine rotating, and good. So that would be what you would do on the right side. On the left side, everything stays the same. You do the same stuff on the left. When you're finished up, instead of just doing your backswing, you're then gonna do your full swing. So nice, simple, easy swing, feeling it out. You don't necessarily have to do 110 mile an hour swings. Just trying to feel your body load and then unload. In both the backswing and the downswing, we get your hips active, we get your core active, we get your shoulders active, and that warm-up should take you around 5 minutes once we get the positions down pretty effectively and our balance is good. So next time you go out and you practice or you play, just grab your club, take 5 minutes, get hot and sweaty, get the body warmed up, and that is going to give you the best opportunity for your body to play your best round of golf. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. If you like this video, leave a comment below and please share it with a friend.